Greeting internet friends, welcome to another episode of Dabbling with Dan. Today Dan is going to be dabbling air compressor repair. This air compressor belongs to a family member and he asked me to take a look at it. He says, Dan, when it runs it doesn't fill the tanks up with the proper air pressure. It only goes up to about 10 psi. So I said, yeah, I'll take a look at it. In this video, basically I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what was wrong with it. It was the reed valves, and I'll show you where those are at shortly. But I'm going to go ahead and use this little gal, and you may ask why. Because it's got feathers on it, and I'm going to show you where the air leaks were. And because it's going to be so loud when I'm actually showing you, you won't be able to hear my voice, but you'll be able to see it as the wind blows by these feathers. You could benefit from, if you have an air compressor that doesn't fill up and it's leaking from these two locations and it's very similar, you're going to save a lot of time. So the reed valves are located underneath here. And what I thought about doing is, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start this up. It's going to get pretty loud, and I'm going to go ahead and show you visually where the air leaks were, but let me point to you right now where air leak number 1 was. There's some sort of valve down here at the bottom of it. That's where the first leak is. The second one, it may be kind of hard to see. I'm kind of hoping. The second air leak was underneath this actual control unit coming out of this plastic 90. Go figure. So let's go ahead and start this baby up. Let me show you where those leaks were. Safety glasses, ear protection. Leak number 1. Leak number 2. Okay, we know where the leaks are. Let's fix the problem. First thing I'm going to do is unplug the unit. After this thing's even been running for a short time, this copper pipe gets pretty darn hot, so be careful handling it. But this is a 3/4 inch nut that needs to be loosened and removed. Take a 10 millimeter socket and you got to remove the 4 bolts holding down the top of this head. Okay, now I'm going to slide this out, then up, but these are the reed valves. And what had happened was this one right here broke in half. Okay, this one's still in place, and of course it has a gasket. Of course, here's the other broken piece. So these are 2 reed valves, and I bought replacement reed valves, literally $10, and there they are. All right, so what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and put these back in, tighten it up, and see if this thing will start to hold air. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take these reed valves. Please be careful when removing the valves from the tape so you don't bend them. Alright, I put a little bit of oil there just to kind of hold it in place. I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver to where I can line up the hole. Okay, that kind of holds that in place. Now I can go ahead and insert the bolts. And I'm going to hand tighten them down. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten. I don't know the torque, but I'll find out and we'll torque them down here in a minute. But I'm just going to snug them. I'm going to do a crisscross pattern. Now the next thing is I'm going to go ahead and reconnect this copper pipe and tighten. The moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and plug this unit in. I'm going to turn it on so we won't be able to hear one another. And let's start to see if this thing starts to build pressure. So reed valves, who would have thought? I probably got about an hour and a half of tearing this thing all apart trying to figure out what was causing those valves to leak. So apparently it has something to do with the way it fills up with air, and if those reed valves, one of them's broken, it bypasses and blows out check valves. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, share it with a friend. Thanks for joining. You guys have a good day. Stay warm. Bye.